us.
Okay, so I'm going to take you all back. So historically, humans just never drank milk. I mean, were you going to milk a saber-toothed tiger or a buffalo? Probably not, right? So we just never consumed it until the advent of modern agriculture. And we're the only species, period, that consume milk after weaning.
After birth, milk is the fundamental food source for all mammals, providing essential nutrients when our digestive systems are still developing. Milk serves as a vital source of nourishment to kickstart our growth, being rich in fats, vitamins, minerals, and lactose milk sugar. In addition, it contains antibodies and proteins that support our immune system and protect against infections during the early stages of life. However, producing milk requires significant effort from mothers. Infants produce ample lactase to break down lactose and digest milk effectively. However, as we age, lactase production diminishes. As a result, approximately 65% of the global population experiences some level of lactose intolerance, leading to symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, and stomach cramps after consuming dairy products. 2. Cow's milk and cancer. Milk contains hormones such as insulin-like growth factor 1 IGF-1, which is involved in cell growth and development. Some studies suggest that elevated levels of IGF-1 could potentially enhance the growth of cancer cells. Research published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers Prevention has linked high levels of IGF-1 to increased risks of certain cancers, including breast and prostate cancer. The theory is that these growth factors might contribute to an environment conducive to cancer cell proliferation. Another concern is the presence of hormones from pregnant cows in milk. These hormones might influence human hormone levels, potentially affecting cancer risk. For example, elevated estrogen levels have been associated with an increased risk of hormone-dependent cancers, such as breast cancer. 3. Bone health and calcium paradox. One of the primary reasons cow's milk is recommended is its calcium content, which is essential for bone health. However, the relationship between milk consumption and bone health is complex. Some studies suggest that high dairy intake may not necessarily translate to better bone health and may even be associated with higher fracture rates. This paradox could be due to the acidic nature of animal proteins found in milk, which may lead to calcium leaching from bones to neutralize the acid. Plant-based sources of calcium, such as leafy greens and fortified plant milks, may be better alternatives for supporting bone health without the potential risks associated with dairy.
And fed all kinds of horrible things, including ground up animal parts, Skittles and corn and all things that are not a natural diet. And they give them antibiotics, which gets in the milk, and they give them growth factors, literally growth hormones, to stimulate the production of milk, estrogens and so forth, like DES, which was actually banned in humans because it caused all kinds of cervical cancer and fetal abnormalities in women who took it.
Cow's milk contains several hormones, some of which occur naturally and others that may be introduced during the farming process. For instance, cows are often treated with growth hormones like recombinant bovine growth hormone RBH to increase milk production. These hormones can end up in the milk and may contribute to hormonal imbalances in humans. Some studies suggest a potential link between these hormones and an increased risk of hormone-related cancers, such as breast and prostate cancer. However, more research is needed to fully understand these connections. 5. Links to acne and skin issues. Emerging research has pointed to a potential link between cow's milk consumption and acne. Milk, particularly skim milk, has been associated with an increase in acne severity, possibly due to its hormone content or its effect on insulin levels. The exact mechanism is not entirely understood, but some studies suggest that milk's influence on insulin like growth factor IGF-1 may play a role in promoting acne. 6. The saturated fat and heart disease connection. Cow's milk is a significant source of saturated fat, especially full-fat varieties. High consumption of saturated fat has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. While some recent studies suggest that the relationship between saturated fat and heart disease may not be as clear-cut as once thought, the American Heart Association still recommends limiting saturated fat intake to reduce the risk of cardiovascular issues. 7. Allergies and sensitivities. In addition to lactose intolerance, some individuals are allergic to the proteins found in cow's milk, such as casein and whey. This allergy is most common in children but can persist into adulthood. Symptoms of a milk allergy can range from mild, such as hives or an upset stomach, to severe, such as anaphylaxis. Even in the absence of a full-blown allergy, some people may have a sensitivity to these proteins, leading to symptoms like digestive discomfort, migraines, or skin issues. 8. Environmental and ethical concerns. The production of cow's milk has significant environmental impacts, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and water usage. The dairy industry is also associated with ethical concerns, particularly regarding the treatment of cows. These factors are leading more people to consider plant-based alternatives, which are generally seen as more sustainable and ethical. In response to the growing awareness of these issues, there has been a significant rise in the popularity of plant-based milk alternatives, such as almond, soy, oat, and coconut milk. These alternatives are often fortified with vitamins and minerals, making them a viable substitute for cow's milk without the associated risks. They are also typically lower in calories and saturated fat, making them a healthier option for those concerned about heart health. As evidence of the potential harms of cow's milk accumulates, some health experts are calling for a re-evaluation of dietary guidelines that promote high dairy consumption. While dairy can be part of a healthy diet, it is not essential, and individuals who choose to avoid it can still meet their nutritional needs through other foods and supplements. While cow's milk has been a dietary staple for centuries, it's essential to consider the potential health risks associated with its consumption. Lactose intolerance, potential hormone disruptions, links to acne, heart disease risks, and environmental concerns are all factors that may lead individuals to explore alternatives. With the availability of fortified plant-based milks, it's easier than ever to find substitutes that provide similar nutritional benefits without the potential downsides. As always, it's important to listen to your body and consult with a healthcare professional when making significant changes to your diet. This balanced perspective on cow's milk emphasizes the importance of making informed dietary choices that align with your health goals and ethical values.